So here is day 1 of our Holy Week, and today we are looking at Jesus being anointed at Bethany.
What does being anointed mean, Lauren?
Well, it's kind of like a sign of respect, so you might pour something over someone else. And our story today comes from Mark 14, verse 3. So if we open our Bibles and we go to about halfway through, you will come across the book of Mark. And if you go to chapter 14 and verse 3, you will find the story of Jesus being anointed at Bethany. So Jesus was with his disciples, and he was sitting down, and a woman came and poured perfume on Jesus' feet. And it wasn't just any perfume, it was a really expensive, nice perfume.
Like, more expensive than my perfume.
Did you spend a year's wages on your perfume?
Well, my parents got it for me for Christmas, but I'm gonna guess no.
No. Well, this is what this woman would have spent on her perfume. It was really expensive and it was really, really nice. And the disciples thought, what a waste. She could have sold the perfume, she could have given the money to the poor. But what Jesus said was she had done a really noble thing, and that he was only on earth for a little while, and she wanted to anoint him and bless him.
Wow. So, should we make our own perfume bottles? Me and Lauren are. So, you guys can join in. All you need is a pair of scissors, a pencil, some glue, some paper, and some coloured tissue paper. Now, we're using coloured tissue paper because, like Lauren said, the perfume that the woman used was really expensive. So, we're going to use colourful paper to represent how beautiful it was.
Great. So, the first step is going to be to draw our perfume bottle. Now, I'm going to draw mine like this, but Lois is probably going to draw hers differently, and you can draw yours however you like.
I think I'm going to do a lid on mine as well because I don't want my perfume spilling.
That's a good idea. It is very expensive. So, once we've done that, we're going to cut them out. Right, Lois, what's next?
Next, we're going to take some of our coloured tissue paper, and you can take little bits of it, you can scrunch it up, you can do it in little bits, however you want to do it, and we're going to stick it on to make our perfume.
Great. Well, whilst we're doing this, I thought we could think about what this story means and what we can take away from it. So, what do you think this story means, Lois?
Does it mean that I need to go to the person I think is most important and pour all my perfume on them?
Well, that is what this woman did. However, I think if you did that today, it might be a little bit weird.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So if we think about it today, I think it talks about how we can give up something that's really expensive to us and give it to Jesus. So this perfume that this woman bought was really expensive. It was her whole wages, and it was really important to her, and she gave it away to Jesus. So I think we should think about things that are costly to us, things that are expensive in our lives, and think about whether we can give this away to Jesus, and whether we should, what that would look like, how we can do that. So yeah.
That's really interesting, and it sounds much better than my takeaway. So Lauren, do you think there's anything in your life that's too expensive to give to Jesus?
Well, I think sometimes when I go about my day-to-day life, there's times when I kind of forget to ask Jesus about things. I might not pray to God or ask Jesus about whether this is the right thing I should be doing, whether this is what he thinks I should be doing. And I think there's a bit of space in my life where I can give my time back to Jesus.
That sounds really good. I actually find that too. So I reckon, should we set ourselves a challenge that this week we need to look at our lives and see what we can give to Jesus that maybe we think is a bit expensive or maybe is a bit inconvenient for us? What do you think?
That sounds like a really good idea. Maybe we should get you guys to do that as well, and try and think of something that you can give back to Jesus and bless him with it and show your love for him with that. What do you think?
Amazing. I really like that.
How does your craft look?
It's not quite finished, but this is what I have so far.
Great. And here's mine too. If you end up doing this craft, we would really love to see it. So you can send it into our Facebook page. But that is it for today's craft lesson.
But we will see you tomorrow with another story. Bye.
Bye.